So let's just have a look at in a little more detail what we're talking about. So um, every single media type has, let's call it a measurement bureau. Um, for magazines, it was for many years called the ABC, the Audited Bureau of Circulation. It's now the Alliance for Audited Media, Transact with Trust. And they are responsible for validating, kind of signing off on the impressions, the circulation, and then the impressions for every printed magazine. And they also um, look at the websites, the partner websites of each magazine and count traffic. And by the way, they also claim to be able to determine what is a bot and what is a real human in terms of the internet traffic. The bot issue we're going to get to a little later in the lecture. Um, but again, so what they do is circulation, newsstand sales, plus subscriptions times 2.65 for pass along readership. Now, the important issue is again, here's what you're gonna question when this magazine tells you this is how many impressions you're gonna get. Do you really think every single person who subscribes or buys it at the newsstand is gonna see every ad in the magazine? Hmm? No way, right? No way. The impression is not proven. It's an opportunity to see. It's not proof that someone saw it. It's not actual people seeing it. It's the opportunity to see it. The impressions for TV, for radio, let's just talk about radio, where listenership is measured by people meters and devices that certain people wear. They're paid a minimal amount to wear these devices that track what they're listening to. But it's no proof that they're listening. It's only that that particular radio station is on near the device. The person may be making a sandwich in the other room or talking on her cell phone in the other room. It's an opportunity to see. Okay. So don't assume anything, question everything. Now, traditional media, as I've said a couple of times here, are sold on a CPM basis, and so is interactive media, as much as possible sold on a CPM basis, on an impressions basis. Here's how much you're going to pay for every 1,000 impressions. For every 1,000 opportunities to see, here's how much you're going to pay me. Let's see here. Now, and traditional media be held accountable? And yes, they can. Some of them will. This is a magazine ad, full color, full page. I don't remember the magazine. This was near the back of the magazine. This is a pay per order. This is a direct response print ad, which is the advertiser is, I think, the Franklin Mint, which you may have heard of. They make these items that they claim are collectible. This is one line of items that they're selling, which is a collection of the founding fathers of America coin collection. It's got some kind of wash of 24 karat gold on the front of it. Um, okay, and you see here at the bottom, there's a coupon. There's a response device. If you want to clip that out, you could do so. You can mail it in. There's an address to mail it. You can fill it in with your last name, your email, your phone. Um, and or you can call the phone number. Now, I would argue 1234567 that kind of a funny phone number, but the Franklin Mint can put in a different phone number for different magazines that they run in. This would be a way to credit the magazine for the sale. And then they're also going to have operators who answer the phone who are going to say, "Where did you hear about us?" And the operators are going to have a list of the publications or the media vehicles that Franklin Mint is in, and they're going to do their best to get a customer to remember. The customer may be even holding the magazine. And so for every order Franklin Mint gets from this ad that can be attributed back to this magazine, they're going to pay the magazine a percentage. That's a pay per order deal, PPO. Classic direct mail is very accountable, and direct mail is print. It's a print medium. Um, and you guys are in the midst of creating exactly this right now for the advertiser of your choice. Um, direct mail is accountable. Here are some ways that direct mail is measured and held accountable. Trackable phone number, okay? In the direct mail piece, I may have one phone number that goes, if I'm testing different offers in my direct mail pieces, I may have one phone number for one offer, one for the other offer. The URL can be a unique URL. There could be a coupon code that you mention when you order that helps me track the direct mail. QR codes are being used more and more, and very successfully, I think, as response devices that can be unique to a particular mailing. And again, what I just mentioned, the operators who handle the leads that come in have to be trained to ask, where did you, what piece, what did you get in the mail? What are you responding to? And ask some questions to make sure they know what it is now that provoked the order that caused the customer to order. Okay, we looked at good old Ron Popeil's pasta maker. So it's classic for that's called a long form infomercial. 15 minutes or longer is long form. Some are half an hour, close to half an hour. And Ron Popeil, probably there's an order number. It was probably unique for whatever cable channel was running, had a different number, and they were given the creative and said, air it whenever you have an opening. And every order that comes in for that to that number will pay you, let's say, 30%. This is why you see infomercials lots of times overnight, because no other advertiser is paying for it. The audience is so low. Nobody other than a sleeping pill company or, will bother. Okay, but, infomercials are normally run on a pay per order basis. Well, now, here we go with the digital campaigns, and we're just gonna repeat what we already said. So digital is also sold on a CPM basis, mostly on a CPM basis. So and then there's cost per click, just like as we spoke about. And then they call this cost per acquisition. I was calling it cost per action. So it's when someone buys, um, then the media company gets paid, which is accountable. The last one, CPA, that's the one that's accountable because it's got dollars attached to it. So now let's stop here, and then when I start again, we're gonna take you through something I was involved with a couple of years ago that maybe hopefully will illustrate what we've been talking